Hi, I'm Liane Gregory-Sterritt. I am the director of the 39 Steps here in St. Mary's with the St. Mary's Community Players.
Can you tell me a little bit about how the audition process was? For how many characters? 120?
Yeah, that's a rough estimate. It's about 120 characters. So for my audition processes, I usually like to do a group audition because I like to see what the dynamics are of people working together. And that is really important for this particular show. So I actually had them walk across the audition room a couple of times into these different characters because I wanted to see if they could embody different ways of moving and speaking. So I had them be, a 6-year-old boy, girl who was hopping through the field and didn't have a care in the world. And then could they walk across the stage as a spy, a very evil spy who wanted to take over the world. And so that was part of my process. Yep, I love to do auditions that show how people get on with each other.
Tell me about the main characters of the play and a little bit about the actors that are playing them.
Sure, so the main character, our hero, is Richard Hannay. And he starts off a little bit lost. He's a younger man from Canada, and he starts off talking about how he's just lost all his friends. One's got married, one's gone off to a different career, and actually one of them's passed away. So he starts the show pretty low. But then he gets wrapped up into this big purpose of saving his country and fighting evil. And it takes him far and wide in terms of those planes, trains, and automobiles, and all over England and Scotland. And the transition that he comes to through it is that he realizes how much you can be helped or hindered by your friends and your communities and your neighbors and the people you encounter in life. So that's a really cool message. And the fellow that's playing him is Jake Petrie. And Jake has a really lovely kind of calm quietness about himself. So it's really cool to see him get into all these crazy situations because he brings a good deal of humor into it. Pamela is played by Jessica Ducharme. She's a really interesting character because she starts off, she completely doesn't know who Richard Hannay is. She doesn't even like him at first. She thinks he's bossy and a murderer. So that's a problem for her, but she's actually forced to join him on the journey. They, for a portion of the play, are handcuffed together. And so eventually she finds out more stuff that leads to some romance between the two of them. But I can't tell you more than that because that'll be a spoiler. And Jessica is a very experienced, talented actress. She brings a lot of humor, a lot of poignancy, just a lot of stage presence to the show. Very talented lady and lovely to work with too. In a lot of shows, the supporting characters play a significant role. In this show, they play multiple significant roles. They are cops, they are bad guys, they are good guys, they are babies, they are senior citizens. They play so many different people in this show. There's lots of characters for them to dive into. So I think each actor that is in the clown ensemble, that's what I call it, plays about 4 to 12 different characters. So not too shabby. With different accents too. English, British, German, English. Oh yeah, it's British, that's the same thing. Brit, Scot, yeah. Working class Brit, high class Brit, all those sorts of things.
How do you think the cast has evolved since the very first rehearsal?
They've bonded like crazy. They've really bonded because you have to rely on each other for everything in this show. We're even relying on the actors to move furniture. Like it's all hands on deck. It's not just the stagehands moving furniture. So even that crew and cast dynamic is woven together very well. They all seem to be enjoying themselves.